Hello guys, P3ZRAY here. Okay, so in this video today we are looking at another build, only this build is a little bit more different. This one is going to be based on mana. Now I know everybody loves DPS builds, I know, me personally I love DPS builds, but we have other jobs to look at and mage being one of them. Now the biggest thing about mage is when you're fighting something in a party, you know that when you fire that fireball, if you've got crazy attack or crazy bonus stats behind you, you're going to generate a lot of hate. So basically what this build is like a balance so that you can slowly pick off that enemy without gaining too much hate on yourself. Now I know mage has a backup with its shield and stuff, but really what I'm looking at is maybe some sort of build where you can just chill out in the background and just do little bits of damage bit by bit. So let's take a look at this. Okay guys, so right now I'm at the Wars 1. Now, I just want to point out at this moment that if you spend a couple of hours here killing this guy and keep picking up all the stuff that it drops, do that for a while, go back to the city, sell everything that you've got off this guy, and then come back and repeat, you will get rich. The gold is phenomenal. If you put the time in, you're going to get rich. It's as simple as that. So just thought I'd throw that out there. I know other people have done videos on this, but I thought I'd let you know as well. Okay, so back to the build. This is really simple what I'm trying to achieve. I want to be able to cause a little bit of damage and pick this thing off bit by bit, but I don't want to generate too much hate. And that's why I concentrated on getting a lot of mana so that I can just take my time with it. So let's see what this does. Okay, so far so good. I've been able to throw a couple of fireballs at this thing and I've not generated too much hate, which is fantastic. That's what I was looking for. Now, obviously the whole reason I've made this build is because I know some people might like the mage class, and I've been there and done that. When you've got too much DPS, you throw a fireball at the thing and it turns around and it starts wiping you out. And I'm not talking about the Wars 1, I'm talking about any hard mob in the game. So this is why I found this build, because I just want to try and make it balanced, but enough mana to just keep picking it off, especially when the game starts getting harder. You know, it's just something that I wanted to try out. Okay, so right now I'm going to take on Enraged Valak. I always test my builds against this guy. It's just a good way of figuring it out and seeing if the build was any good. And I'll come back to you at the end. Okay, so one thing I've noticed straight off the bat, this build is definitely not for solo in this guy. In fact, I wouldn't solo anything that's any higher level than what I am. It's more for parties. So if you're going into a party and you don't want to generate too much hate, this build could be pretty good. And the other thing I just want to point out is the mana. The mana seems to be lasting a long time, which is fantastic. Again, that's something that I wanted to concentrate on. So let's keep fighting this thing and see where we end up. Right, so I just want to point out, I've managed to get Enraged Valak just under half health, and now I'm going to use mana pots. So the mana thing was definitely good. I feel that having a lot of mana, just over 1,000, was a very good idea. And again, I want to stress that that would be better for the party situation, because then you don't have to worry too much about your mana. You can just fire a fireball, keep hitting it, throw another fireball, and hopefully you don't generate any hate to pull that mob towards you. And that's what I was trying to achieve when making this build. Would you look at that? I've been wiped out. And that's due to the fact I was getting overconfident thinking that my Guardian heal would save the day. Well, lesson learned. It didn't save the day. I probably should have used my health pots. Anyway, listen, I am really happy with that build. It's exactly what I wanted to try and achieve. It was basically a build where I wanted plenty of mana. It had bonus stats in it, which I thought were pretty good. The attack was reasonable. Health and defense weren't great, but if you've got a good tank in your party, then you don't need to worry about that, because your job is to basically cause damage over time without generating any hate at all. So listen, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I will be doing other builds for different classes, because I think that's going to be important soon. And yeah, that's about it. So again, please subscribe, like and comment, and as always, stay safe. Cheers, guys.